Hey everyone, welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. In today's episode, we're going to be studying a piece by the established multimedia artist known as Future Self. And in this episode, we're going to be looking at these shimmering crystals here. We're also going to explore the possible meaning of this work as grid systems. Let's jump right into it. So at first sight, we're struck by a stunning horizon of light amidst countless shimmering sets. Our first impression is one of awe due to the ascendant offerings before us. And so you may notice how space is used within the work at hand, right? We see three distinct regions. The crystalline orb here, the largest one set in center, kind of overflows and disrupts this in the lower two regions, of course elevating its visual impact, and you're just not going to miss it here. And so we also see a bunch of layers to the work at hand, right? This not only gives a sense of depth, but also a feeling of realism that's quite convincing within this composition. And colors within this work really consist of blue, green, and purple. That is what we call an analogous color scheme, right next to each other on the color wheel. The nature of an analogous scheme always gives a sense of balance and harmony, which really allows all the elements in this work to shine forth as a unified front. I think we certainly see that here. There's really no doubt that light is a definitive detail of this display. It just possesses every pixel of this priceless piece and incites a vivid visual energy in all who stand before it. With this in mind, how do y'all feel when you view this piece, or what do you think we're looking at? I think that's an incredibly important question. All right, so we've got an additional work from the original artist Future Self to give some insights on the work before us here. The work on the left, the one today, of course, is Grid System, and the work on the right is Archive Echoes. We actually just studied that a few weeks ago, but in both instances you see the analogous color scheme of blue, green, and purple, and in both instances you have this incredible sense of energy. You also have this central crystalline orb that just shimmers and shines forth, and so both of these works almost feel connected in some way or another, although it's hard to say exactly for sure. But regardless, both give an incredible sense of visual energy. I wanted to ask you guys, which of these two works you think has more visual energy? So the work on the left, or is it the work on the right? The work on the right is Archive Echoes, and the work on the left from today is Grid System. So let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment down below. I promise I will get to it. I'd love to see what y'all think of these two works here. There is no doubt that this central orb is the main subject of the work at hand, right? It almost appears like everything revolves around it, and of course acting as an anchor or base of some kind or another. And time again, our eye is drawn back to this central ray or this horizon of light. Of course, it gives the most dominant source of energy and light within the composition, and like I said, the eye is just drawn back time and time again. The title of this work is Grid System may help us reveal exactly what we're looking at. We see this series of wires kind of radiating or cast or strewn forth from our central orb here. Perhaps it is an energy core or a foundation or base or some kind or another, although it's hard to say for sure. But regardless of symbolism, you're likely to cite the mystical when viewing this masterpiece. The feeling given by this composition is sacred in every sense of the word. And with this in mind, how do you all feel when you view this piece? I asked that earlier, but once again, exactly what do you see when you view this piece, and how do you feel when you view this work? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to see what y'all think. This is a stunning and amazing composition. There is no doubt about that. I absolutely loved it. I really hope y'all did as well. And the work before us is a digital render, so we talked about the realism. Like I said, it's incredibly convincing. So the digital rendering program used here is going to be Cinema 4D, a very professional program. I know everyone from Future Self, the creator of this work, all the way to people who are using Cinema 4D to create their renders. So if you're using Blender, you want to take your renders to the next level, I would surely suggest Cinema 4D. It's a great program. Of course, it is not open source like Blender, but all in all, provides a lot of benefit to the individual user. So like I said, I really hope y'all enjoyed today. If y'all enjoyed today's episode, make sure to check out the original artist Future Self, an amazing artist working in both music, digital render, animation, so many different mediums he's working in. I really hope y'all enjoyed today. And if y'all did, go check out the original artist Future Self. My name is Apollo. This was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see y'all on the next episode.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.